One love, one precious love.
Good morning, everyone. Today we have Jeff McNeice with us to talk about the upcoming CD release that he has at the Esquire on the second line west on Friday, June 24th at 7 o'clock. Hi, Jeff.
Hey, Mike. Thanks for coming to shoot me in the studio in my big comfy couch.
My pleasure. Always good to talk to you. What made you decide to make a CD at this point in your life?
Well, as you know, my fellow soap opera star from Tammy, I'm 55 and I learned a lot by watching Facebook as you do, but I take inspiration from the folks. My mom and dad, that's all, and I'll talk a little bit about that later, but they're coming up for the festivities and they're huge supporters, huge lovers of music, and some of these songs have been recorded in the past, and we just wanted to put a fresh coat of paint on them, give me the experience of having my own real baby like it is, and see how it goes. So that's basically it. And I don't want to talk about I'm 55 because I get a senior's discount at Shoppers, and I get I get the larger buffet. You know what I'm talking about. I get razzed about that all the time.
Tell us a little bit about the CD and how you came up with the name.
The name Meant to Be is a song that my mom put to a poem form for my dad in about 1984. And my sister did calligraphy of all the verses, and you'll see that on the album cover. There's a picture of my mom and dad in the bottom corner. That's at Hilton Head, where he loved to golf, and they were right at the lighthouse when that picture was taken. And it just was like a snapshot of their whole life. And Meant to Be was a poem about this. It's about this little girl that has lost her way, and she can't find love, and she meets this young guy, like a soap opera, Mike. And this is meant to be, and my mom she can spew poetry like that, and kind of within 10 minutes, one day I was like, I can make that, let's make that a song. So you have to take some of the lyric and you chop a bit of words and you make things rhyme that weren't there. And so that was recorded initially maybe in 1986, and then on our Credit River Band, the name of my mom and dad's record, in 1996. So it's been 20 years since that record, and basically 30 years since Meant to Be was actually penned. So this is kind of a tribute to that song. And when Lynn and I were looking for an album name, Meant to Be just seemed like it's meant to be. So everybody's using that now. Well, it must have been meant to be. Yeah, that's
Is there any on there about your love affair with Lydia?
Yeah, there is. There's one, cut 5, I think it is. I always bugged artists because I said, you don't know what cut on the record. And you know what? You start to realize, yeah, that's cut 5, that's my shining light. And that was written about Lynn. And it's taken on different forms, but as a songwriter, you have, just like a writer, you have blocks where, and I went probably 15 years where I didn't write a song. And then all of a sudden this room in our place became this shrine to our great friend Mike Case. So I went down there and I'm gonna write a song, and she's like, sure you are. And then 15 minutes later, here it is. And it's just wild. Mm-hmm. It either works like that or it takes you years to accomplish. Yeah. But the actual CD process took 4 months front to back.
Is there any other artists helping you out with it?
Val Pally, whom you know well, sings Obsession, sings Janis Joplin, sounds like on the record a lot like Bonnie Raitt or Bonnie Tyler. And we did a surprise cut for my father. It's cut 1 on the CD, and it's I Love Her Forevermore. And I think my dad's talked to you about this, but I've talked to you about this. It was a song he wrote in 1958. He recorded a 45 record. Not all the youngins know about that.
Not old enough for that.
Yeah. And it had Talking About You on one side and I Love Her Forevermore. So we recut the song in 1996. And I wanted to surprise him because he's hard to surprise. He knows everything. He digs in. He's like a reporter. Like he's like, oh, and before you know it, he knows everything. So what we did was I got Val to sing this duet with me, and I slowed the pace of the song. It was like a Buddy Holly quick song. And you'll hear that at the beginning of the record. We kind of had our GM announce the record as if he was at the Palais Royal in Toronto, where all the big bands played. And ladies and gentlemen, the Credit River Band. And then we play a portion of the 1996 recording of I Love Her, which is very fast If you ask my dad, it was too fast. Because when you get on stage, as you know, filming everyone, you tend to go even faster. So I slowed it down in a third of the pace, kind of made it a bluesy song with just, and I envisioned a stand-up bass. So J case and then just the simple snare with the brushes, and it came off perfectly.
Great.
As far as I was concerned. But there was always the question: is my dad gonna like it? What if he hates it? Because if he hates it, he'll tell me. So we played it for him on Skype. Belinda and I did, and he could hear portions. And he left the shot like if I left the camera. And I said, "Where'd you go, Dad?" He went, "I was in the corner crying." He goes, it was. Oh, so you liked it? You're crying happy tears. But he did. He liked it.
Oh, he's a nice gentleman.
Yeah.
Okay. Where can people purchase the CD?
We have them in several spots. We have them at the Rad Zone. We love the Rad Zone for albums, as you well know. The LP selection's huge, so they take on local artists. A lot of franchises stores won't. The Rad Zone, it's available.
Where's the Rad Zone?
Rad Zone's in the Wellington Square Mall.
Okay.
Also available at one of my favorite music places, Tom Wall's School of Music. Tom and I have been friends forever, and he's got a selection of the CDs there. And up where we play, where you filmed us at the Big Moose Ice Cream Parlor and the Trading Post, you can get them there. And you can get them at the, Meant to Be has its own Facebook page. It's become kind of this anomaly, this huge, you can get them there. We'll give you our address. We'll do it old school. You know, you send us a check. And we'll ship you a CD. So that's where it is right now. And the radio station here has gotten involved in the last little while. They're going to be part of the party that you're going to hopefully be magically edited into on Friday at the Esquire Club. So I'm happy to have them on board. They're going to do some reports and be supportive. So a member of the team, it's really nice to see that.
Okay. And you'll probably have some at Rotary Fest?
Oh, I imagine. But I'm shrinking my capacity there too, like you are. I'm doing, Shea Spurway's going to do the Thursday, Friday night. I'm doing all day Saturday, so.
Oh, okay.
Coming up at Rotary Fest. It's a long, as you know, you were filming all the bands. It's a long stint, and there's just too much going on. So I've committed to the entire one day and left the Thursday, Friday to the newbie.
Okay, remind us one more time. When and where?
When and where? The CD release party, Friday, 7:30 at the Esquire Club, second line, bottom of the hill. The tie to the Esquire Club's amazing. I got to thank Dom and Boomer for letting us use the venue, for letting us bring in the Little Caesars Pizza, which people can, they were donated by the Flamias at Little Caesars. There'll be all kinds of treats and like you're saying, lots of chit-chat. My folks are going to be up so you can find out about Meant to Be and that whole process, because that's the story behind the song, as we say. All the songs on the album were either written by me and my mom, or myself, or my dad. So it's kind of all in the family.
Okay. And now, through the magic of movie making, when we come back, we will be at the Esquire Club for the official release.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Esquire Club. My name is Scott Sexsmith from today's Best Country 104.3. Wow, I'm not used to that. I've had the pleasure of working with Jeff McNeice for, it'll be 18 years this November. And I can tell you that in those 18 years, I don't think that I've ever met a guy who is more passionate about country music, and we could certainly all take a lesson from what this guy brings to the table every day. I know that, yeah, absolutely. I know that this CD project of his, Meant to Be, has been a lifelong dream, not only for Jeff and for Lydia, but for his parents as well. Great to see Murray and Joni making the drive up here to be a part of this. Always good to see them. And we're going to have a few people from the station who will be here as well. I do have some words that I do want to read that came from, and he couldn't be with us here this evening. Peter McEwen, who is the National Format Director for Country Radio for Rogers Media, and this is Coast to Coast. More importantly, he's my boss and Jeff's boss. Pete writes, "Good evening, Jeff, Lydia, and everybody in attendance. I wanted to reach out to pass along my sincerest congratulations to you, Jeff, on seeing this project through and fulfilling a lifelong dream. It's been neat to follow this process from start to finish on social media and through our email exchanges. It's almost like you gave us all a front row seat to watch Meant to Be come to fruition. I know both your mom and dad, who I understand are there tonight, are extremely proud of what you've accomplished, as are all of us here at Rogers and Country 104.3. Wish I could have been there to celebrate with all of you. Have fun tonight, and congratulations. Again, that's from Pete. So before we hand over the stage to the important fellow this evening, I do want to remind everybody that your very own copy of Meant to Be is available for 10, 20, 30, 40, $50, and Jeff will sign it. And don't forget, proceeds from the sale of CDs tonight will go to the Sioux Area Hospital Cancer Care Department. Is that correct? T-shirts too? Got t-shirts?
They're on the way.
They're on the way. You can pre-order your t-shirts tonight. So CDs for only $50, he'll sign them. I saw Jeff sign the breast of a lady's shirt earlier this evening. So obviously anything is good to go tonight. Anyway, this is incredible. I'm honored and humbled to have been asked to be here tonight. What you do for us at the radio station is immeasurable. You're a good guy, and you know what? We're proud of you. This is awesome. So, ladies and gentlemen, without any further ado, please welcome to the stage the creator, the guy, the man of the hour from the CD Meant to Be, and a guy that I'm proud to say that I work with every day. Please welcome Jeff McNeice.
Can you tell he's got a voice for radio? Come on. He always says that we have dulcet tones in our voice, and that voice. So that's, anyway, thanks to my radio station, Country 104.3, to Ron and Sue, who are up from London. They just waltzed in when I was talking to Greg, and I peed myself a little bit. He played bass guitar with my dad's band, which when you get the CD, see, I gotta get used to saying, when you get the CD. How old were you guys when you met? 15? 13? 13 or 14 years old. Bands ever since, kids like me, born into the bass drum of my dad's drummer. So excuse me if I yell a little bit tonight, but anyway, welcome. There's lots of food for you. There's pizza courtesy of Little Caesars with a portion donated to the Sioux Area Hospital Cancer Clinic. An invitation as well tomorrow to head down to Laird if you possibly can for the first annual Mike Case Music Festival. We lost Mike after a 6.5-year battle with cancer. Marge and Jean are here, the Williams, who took care of Mike for a long time. And I'm playing Mike's guitar, so that's a little emotion. There's a lot of emotion, but we're gonna do a song. I've got a couple of buddies that sang on the record, and we're a little nervous because when we did this with Val and Bernadette, we were in a little studio, padded studio, and we could, put it into sections and all that. And all of a sudden, but they're pros. And one's a music teacher, so I have to perform very well anyway. But I'm gonna send out a song that's not related to the CD to my buddy Mike, if I could get through this song. We always sang Neil Diamond songs, and he'd invite me out to do Neil Diamond, and he would say, do a couple of Neil Diamond, and this is off. And then when I got there, he goes, ladies and gentlemen, to do an entire tribute, the entire show, Neil Diamond. And I'd have, and then he'd look over and gotcha. LA's fine, the sun shines most of the time. And the feeling is laid back. Oh, palm trees grow and rents are low, but I keep thinking about making my way back. Well, I'm Mississauga born and raised, but nowadays I'm torn between two shores. LA's fine, but it ain't home. New York's home, but it ain't mine no more. My city. To no one there. same one, 'cause I've got an emptiness deep inside, and I've tried, and it won't let me go. And I'm not a man who likes to swear, but I never cared for the sound of being alone. I said to no one there, and no one heard at all, not even the chair. I cried. Lost, and I can't even say why. Leaving you lonely still. Thank you. You tell me that you love another. Our love just can't be. Bring me back, like bring you away. And now I know I'm free to roam the world. Find a love to call my own. Find a girl who loves me true. She loved me more, and I'll love her forevermore. Take it out.
I can't help it. I still remember how it used to be. I gave you my heart and soul, dear. Now you're telling me I'm free to roam the world. Find a love to come on. on you on this.